And you best believe these owners are going to be scouring the market for who can reel in the big fish, the biggest fish of them all, Caitlin Clark. Take a look here. This is crazy. It is going down, y'all. It's going down like Young Jock. I keep trying to tell you. Sparks agreed to part ways with general manager Reagan Pebley. The LA Sparks have agreed to part ways with general manager effective today.
Following what many are calling one of the most shocking internal leaks ever connected to professional sports, the entire multi-billion-dollar WNBA ecosystem appears to be spiraling into unprecedented turmoil, with the foundation of league governance facing intense scrutiny at the highest financial levels. Every layer of confidentiality that once protected league operations has reportedly been pierced after details from a supposedly private, multi-million-dollar strategic initiative surfaced publicly, exposing what some believe is a dramatic turning point that could permanently alter the balance of power surrounding the Indiana Fever organization. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Sparks' ambitious billionaire ownership group has reportedly stepped forward with an aggressive $50 million proposal. And tonight we break down the evidence and reports surrounding this development. What has unfolded resembles a major financial power play that has completely undermined head coach Stephanie White's authority and influence. After months of determined efforts by executives, league officials, and media partners to keep growing tensions under control, the pressure finally erupted into public view during a live broadcast. Members of Clark's former coaching circle are now reportedly facing enormous uncertainty regarding their professional futures following her formal acceptance of the record-setting West Coast opportunity, a move that immediately triggered unrest behind the scenes. Long-standing systems that critics describe as institutional manipulation suddenly appear unable to maintain their grip. The countdown to a full-scale challenge of the Fever organization's credibility has seemingly reached its final stage, while compliance departments and public relations teams struggle to manage mounting questions from fans and observers. To understand why this reported $50 million departure is being viewed by many as a career-defining lifeline for Caitlin Clark, the broader basketball community must first examine the difficult circumstances she allegedly endured during her time within the Indiana system. According to critics, leadership repeatedly implemented calculated decisions that limited the generational superstar's ability to maximize both her on-court impact and commercial influence throughout previous seasons. Questionable rotation patterns, late-game offensive decisions that removed her from key situations, and carefully worded media comments were all viewed by supporters as elements of a larger strategy. Those actions, they argue, were designed to protect an established hierarchy that had become increasingly uncomfortable with Clark's growing influence and popularity. If you're enjoying this coverage, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Surprisingly, more than 83% of viewers still haven't subscribed. It costs nothing, takes only a moment, and helps support the channel in a huge way. So, have you subscribed yet? If you have, thank you for being part of the community. Now, let's continue with the story.
More than they have leaned into her and built a team to play around her. They've spent 2 off seasons building a team to play without Caitlin Clark. It's clear as day. It's very simple, and I think the writing is pretty much already on the wall. At the end of the season, Kelsey Mitchell contract is up. Caitlin Clark is up for the epic, whatever. The Indiana Fever are going to be forced to pick a direction. They're either going to choose Kelsey Mitchell and Stephanie White, or they are going to choose Caitlin Clark. And I include Stephanie White in that because Stephanie White and Caitlin Clark, philosophically, they just don't see basketball from the same lens. It's that simple. I don't believe that they hate each other off the floor. I just don't think that on the floor, it's a good mix. I think they just see the game through 2 different lenses. And we have been yearning and calling for Stephanie White to actually stand up for, represent, and be front and center for Caitlin Clark. And she's refused to do it at every turn outside of a 30-second clip post the Alyssa Thomas situation, in which she backtracked on everything she said and made Alyssa Thomas the victim when her superstar point guard was the victim. It just makes no sense how Stephanie White has gone about this. And you see the things that LA Sparks doing. You got Cameron Brink, who's friends with Caitlin Clark. You got Kate Money Mark.
From within her own organization, Clark was often met with a frustrating lack of acknowledgement despite achieving milestone after milestone that elevated both her profile and the league's visibility. Critics point to a deeply rooted atmosphere of internal resentment, one that frequently appeared to prioritize the influence of front office figures over the pursuit of sustained competitive excellence on a global stage. The coaching staff seemingly believed they could continue limiting the impact of the sport's biggest attraction without facing any meaningful financial consequences. In the end, however, Fever leadership may have unintentionally accelerated its own downfall by allowing a once promising locker room environment to evolve into a battleground of internal power struggles, leaving the franchise's most valuable star vulnerable to interest from an ambitious Los Angeles ownership group that had been closely monitoring the situation. The moment confidential financial discussions connected to the Sparks' ownership plans reportedly began circulating through secondary digital channels, the landscape surrounding Clark's future changed dramatically.
I want to get into the new ownership before I even get to what Coach had to say. Okay, now this new ownership group came in and they are looking to make major moves. Okay, hold on one second. Now, this is Ramona Shelburne. Okay, a longtime sports writer for ESPN Los Angeles. Okay, now Ramona Shelburne said this. Okay, Sparks ownership, the Walter Group, has been much more involved with the franchise this season, just as they have with the Lakers. From what I understand, this is more of an organizational shift than anything specific. Organizational.
As a result, an immediate ripple effect spread throughout the professional basketball landscape, sending shockwaves across the broader sports business world. According to the narrative surrounding these events, Los Angeles was not simply pursuing a standard player acquisition strategy. Instead, the organization allegedly launched a calculated and highly coordinated executive-level maneuver designed to capitalize on the growing instability and internal divisions developing within the Fever organization. Backed by substantial international investment resources, the Sparks reportedly assembled a massive $50 million long-term compensation framework built around innovative ownership opportunities and unique corporate partnership arrangements that pushed far beyond the limits of traditional roster-building models. The objective behind this unprecedented West Coast initiative was clear: to give Caitlin Clark a professional environment free from the administrative turmoil, internal conflicts, and organizational distractions that supporters believe had overshadowed her experience in Indiana.
And the team in Atlanta. So obviously, I found out this morning, Reagan's a friend of mine and I care about her. And this is the hard part in sports, right? But right now I'm just, focused on the team.
Sense of urgency kind of heightened, or has it already been kind of there already?
Like, what do you mean?
Sense of urgency of
we've had the sense of urgency all season. We've had just peaks and valleys with how we've played and who we've had active and injured and stuff. But I feel like we're playing
now. Lynn Roberts, she understands the pressure is on her as a coach because there's no guarantee that you're gonna make it. There's no guarantee that this ownership group is gonna keep you around. The ownership group may be scouring around for a coach that already has a great relationship with Caitlin Clark. They're gonna be looking to make a partnership. And I think, listen, man, things are happening behind the scenes. I 100% believe things are happening, and there's a chance that this thing could take a...
Reports that Clark has formally accepted this unprecedented proposal have allegedly triggered widespread panic among executives and decision-makers, with corporate leadership scrambling to assess the potential fallout. According to the narrative surrounding the situation, major sponsors and media partners immediately began reevaluating regional marketing strategies after recognizing the possibility that one of basketball's most influential television attractions could be moving beyond the system that helped shape her career. As controversy continues to grow, head coach Stephanie White has become the central figure facing criticism from supporters who believe organizational decisions contributed to the current turmoil. Her reputation has become the subject of intense debate across social media platforms and sports circles worldwide. What once appeared to be a stable structure of executive authority has rapidly transformed into a challenging professional crisis, as critics argue that Clark's influence and popularity ultimately exceeded the organization's ability to control the narrative. Major stakeholders are reportedly demanding answers, while accounts of ongoing internal meetings suggest leadership is working around the clock to address mounting concerns. At this moment, White's position is being scrutinized from every direction. Questions about her leadership and strategic decisions continue to circulate, and many observers claim confidence in her authority has significantly weakened. Investors, analysts, and passionate supporters have openly discussed the possibility of major organizational changes, warning that continued controversy could damage the brand's long-term relationship with fans. Meanwhile, carefully crafted public relations responses have struggled to calm the growing backlash, with countless fans criticizing official messaging across digital platforms. As these developments continue to unfold in public view, many believe the organization is approaching a defining crossroads. If Caitlin Clark were to step into the spotlight of a major Los Angeles opportunity, it would represent far more than a routine basketball transaction. Supporters see it as a symbol of a larger cultural and economic shift within professional sports, one that reflects the growing power of elite athletes and signals that generational talent can no longer be constrained by organizational politics, internal rivalries, or outdated power structures.
If we don't have those, it's not going to be good, but we have the talent needed, even with KP out, even with Cam out, to be more competitive than that.
Yeah. During this stretch, talk to me about just the decision today to just like practice and just say, we're just going to watch film. You know, if you want to shoot a little bit, you can shoot a little bit, but not even really do too much on court and just say like, this is what we got to do. Here it is. Let's go do it.
And that's the reality at this point in the season too. Like, we don't need to go through our plays right now today and wear them down physically. It's mentally having the focus and the intensity needed to execute. It's that simple. Now, it's hard to do, but I'm not saying it's simple to do, but it's a simple fix. Like, that's what it is. Being in the right coverages, whatever it is, offensively being where we need to be. Like, do your job, all of us.
With Kelsey Plum and Brink out, you need more than just the starter. You're always going to need more than starters, but in particular, you're definitely going to need more from the bench. This last game, you played everybody, right? And everybody had a decent amount of minutes. What do you want to see from when you mix in players like Kate Martin and, you know, maybe Peely this week and Kiana Williams and just Emma Cannon, she got some quality time. Park, like whoever it is, like what do you want to see from these bench players when they're kind of in the mix with the starters to kind of just keep it going?
Well, they got to bring life off the bench, play with some confidence. And again, it's player one through every DB player. Like, execute what we're supposed to be doing. Be focused, be in the moment. Don't be thinking about the shot you missed or the foul you didn't get, or the turnover you had, or the fact that your player just scored. Like, next play mentality. It takes a level of toughness mentally. That's what I need from everybody.
With this stretch, have you considered going to more of a hockey substitution? I noticed there are a couple teams in the league, they just be popping players out there. And I looked at, like, for example, I looked at the Valkyries the other day, and like even the minutes, it looked like an AAU team. The minutes.
By securing what supporters describe as an unprecedented $50 million independent opportunity on the West Coast, Clark has allegedly established a level of professional freedom rarely seen in modern sports. In the process, she has not only protected the trajectory of her own historic career, but has also left those who once doubted or opposed her facing the consequences of their own decisions. Many observers now view this moment as a powerful example of athlete empowerment, one that could influence future generations of stars across the global sports landscape. The ongoing corporate fallout continues to unfold with remarkable precision, and the balance of power appears to be shifting dramatically as former decision-makers suddenly find themselves under intense scrutiny. The question now is whether Indiana's remaining leadership will choose to step aside before further damage is done to the organization's long-term reputation and brand value. Or will this unprecedented wave of fan frustration become the catalyst for broader accountability and lasting change throughout the professional sports industry? One thing is clear. Every move made from this point forward will be watched closely by fans, media outlets, sponsors, and stakeholders around the world. The stakes have never been higher. The pressure has never been greater. And this